Many boys. Yeah. And right now, most importantly, the new film Still Standing. And we're here in my hometown, the D.C. area. I'm from Prince George's County, Maryland. We're in the D.C. area doing an advanced screening of the new film Still Standing. We're going to take you behind the scenes for exclusive content. We've never done this type of thing before,
no,
right?
We haven't.
Exactly. So you're going to come along with us and see what it's really like behind the scenes of a major market screening with Tyler Media.
blackandmarriedwithkids.com has become one of the most popular marital lifestyle sites on the entire internet. The couple that founded the website is now releasing their fourth documentary. It's called Still Standing, and DC happens to be the first stop for the film's 5-city screening tour. Joining us this morning with more now is the co-creator of blackandmarriedwithkids.com, Lamar Tyler. I mean, you really speak to following your dreams, even in these hard economic times, going for what is your passion, and it seems like you're doing just fine.
I mean, that's it. I think we followed our passion, and in the meantime found what our purpose really was.
Right.
At the same time. And I think just the advent of social media and the rise of that and being able to just market directly to your customers, kind of replacing that middleman. I say the gatekeepers are gone all the time. It's just an amazing thing.
Why did you feel the need to create it in the first place?
Because, you know, we started back in 2007 and we were talking about a blog and we wanted to do something that if it blew up 4 or 5 years from now, we would still be passionate about. And what that was marriage in general, and in particular the way marriage is viewed in the African American community and stereotypes around it. So we said we definitely see a need here to provide those positive images of marriage and parenting in the African American community, and obviously the need was there and people just were attracted instantly to it.
So let's talk about Still Standing. You take a hard look at some of the real issues that face married couples. We're talking about illness, we're talking about cheating, financial issues. Tell us about Still Standing.
I mean, that's exactly it. We take 6 couples and we look and have real transparent, candid conversations about things that went on in their marriages. It's like you said, infidelity, financial issues, blended family issues, chronic illness, things that couples deal with every day. Right. And these couples have made it through all of this and they're still standing. But more importantly than just an emotional film that makes you feel good, they specifically tell you how they got to where they are today. So they go A, B, C, and D. These are the steps we took to surpass infidelity. These are the steps we took not to break up when the financial struggles came. So, I mean, it's a film that'll be so powerful for not only married couples, but for singles as well, to see what marriage is really about. Because these are the conversations that people don't have with them before they get married.
That's right. There is no guidebook,
exactly.
You know, really. So this is serving that purpose. And you also have some familiar faces in the documentary. Tell us who was, like, right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, Kendrick the Family Soul, who a lot of people know them, very popular in the music scene.
Right.
We also have Speech Thomas from the group Arrested Development, 2-time Grammy Award winner. Him and his wife Yolanda talk about issues they had around infidelity, and Speech details how he had to win back her trust, because when you have infidelity, it breaks down the foundation of your marriage and how you had to build it back. And we also have Dr. Sherry L. Blake, who many people will know as a psychologist on Braxton Family Values, the Tony Braxton, and should I say Tamar Braxton also reality show.
Other cities are Chicago, Houston, Dallas, and Atlanta, but if we can't get to one of those, it will be available on DVD, right?
Exactly. We'll be available on DVD, and you actually can pre-order now at www.westillstand.com.
Lamar, it's always a pleasure. Please give our love to your lovely wife, Ronnie, and the family. It's good to see you. This is Lamar Tyler, the co-creator of Black and Married with Kids, and also the fourth in the documentary series. This one's called Still Standing.
So we start off the press blitz in the DC area by going to my old stomping grounds, Fox 5 WTTG. And it's sentimental to me because I actually worked there for 5 years as the IT manager. So this time I actually came back as a guest on the morning show. And I mean, I guess if you can clue in like the best way for everything to possibly happen, I was actually being interviewed by a good friend of mine, Allison Seymour. And many of you will know Allison and her husband Mark from actually being in our very first film, Happily Ever After. So, you know, we went to the station, we had a great interview with Allison. And I mean, I think from there, the energy and the buzz for the film just took another level. We had already sold a few hundred tickets. By the time we actually got to Fox 5, we had less than 100 seats remaining for our first show of Still Standing. But I think that just pretty much pushed us over the top.
Yep. Praise 104.1, DC's inspiration station. Classic music from Howard Hewitt with Say Amen.
Our next stop on the media tour was at Radio 1 headquarters in Silver Spring, Maryland, and we're here to see Cheryl Jackson and do an exclusive interview for our Praise 104.1 listeners.
Well, guys, I'm in studio with Lamar Tyler of blackandmarriedwithkids.com, a new endeavor he has coming out. Talk about it, the new movie that you have showing coming up this Saturday called Still Standing.
Sure, it's our fourth film of this type. It's called Still Standing, like you said. And what it is the transparent, candid story of 6 couples. and they've gone through, you know, one relationship is infidelity, and another is communication, it's financial issues, like a lot of couples nowadays are dealing with. It could be naysayers around your marriage, but all of them have gone through something, but despite it all, they're still standing.
My husband and I are marriage advocates, and of course we do couples ministry at our church, and we've used your DVDs and we've used, you know, the pre-screening information to share with our couples, and it's just so phenomenal. So coming up in 15 minutes, I'll give you the opportunity to just share how people can get tickets and when it's showing and all of the information about it, okay? Lamar Tyler, thank you so very much. Hang in there, we'll be right back.
It was great meeting with Cheryl Jackson. First time we've actually officially met. We know a lot of the same people. She's actually good friends with Reggie and Peachy Williams, who were in our second film, You Saved Me. So it was just great connecting with good people like Cheryl.
Coming up, a new documentary. And it talks about preserving your marriage even during the most difficult storms in the relationship. The lines are open right now, so give me a call.
This evening we're headed over to the offices of WHUR 96.3 to be guest on The Daily Drum.
Welcome back to The Daily Drum on WHUR, HUR Voices, Sirius XM, Channel 141. I'm Harold Fisher. How do married couples keep it together? Well, one of my most popular guests is back with a new documentary that explores this issue. Filmmakers Ronnie and Lamar Tyler of blackandmarriedwithkids.com have a new project. It will show this weekend in the DC Metro. It's called Still Standing. But this film is not all about happiness and good times, though. This is another ticklish subject that you've delved into.
Well, we wanted to show that you know, your marriage can survive whatever it is, whether it's critical illness, infidelity, financial issues, communication. If two people are willing to make changes and to do the work, then it can survive.
Looking at some of some of what is being said in the trailer, this is really, really hard. Was it hard?
You know, I think it was difficult for them, but they know it's a story that other people need to hear. And I think with each of the couples, you know, they had, like Ronnie said, you know, infidelity, chronic illness, financial issues, different things that they came through. And they know just by telling their story, by telling their testimony, that it'll help so many other couples. Because, you know, so many times people get isolated, but they need to know that other couples are going through the same thing and they've actually made it through. And more importantly, how they actually did that.
How would you define a good husband?
I'll start like most men would say, by being a provider. But when I say provider, I'm not just talking about financial. Like I think a lot of men just think from that aspect. Kind of how I see myself, and I consider myself a good husband. You know, I don't know what Ronnie thinks, but in my own mind, I'm a good husband. And you know, what I try to do is I try to consider myself to be the backbone of the family. So like kind of like the buck stops with me. Like I don't want Ronnie to be stressed. I don't want, you know, things to kind of overwhelm her. So I'll try to take that on me and try to put it on my shoulders. And I want to do that for her, you know, for the kids as well. And that's my loose definition of, you know, what a good husband. For me, you know, and the thing about Still Standing is so powerful. Each couple has their thing that they go through. So with us, it was blended family issues. And the blending of a family, you know, Ronnie had 2 kids before we got married. We have 2 kids since. But we had issues on blending the family and issues with our oldest child. But so many times it wasn't because of us, it was because of outside influences.
You have to deal with, you know, father or fathers of those children, and how does that work?
He's not as active and he doesn't live in the state, you know, so but yeah, sometimes that's an issue. But again, we're a team, and so we're united in anything that goes on.
He's a good friend.
Good.
He's crazy.
I had a good time.
Yeah, we had always a great time every time we come.
And you deal with that well, or I mean, there are bumps too. I know.
Yeah, you know, I deal with it like any gentleman from PG County would.
Okay. Yes, with grace and aplomb.
Yeah, Prince George's.
Yeah, that's right. Gorgeous Prince George's. We're going to get calls about that.
Okay, so it's one day left until the premiere. Are you excited?
Definitely
I'm excited. Tickets are going fast. The 8 o'clock show is sold out, and we just had the 4 p.m. show.
Yep, which we had to add. Had to actually add a second show because the first one sold out so fast.
And so now we're about to head over to theroot.com to have a meeting.
Exactly. And if you're not familiar, theroot.com is actually owned by the Washington Post and is one of the premier online destinations for African American news. just got done meeting with Donna Bird and some of the key staff members of theroot.com. It was a great meeting, I think.
Yes, it was good.
Exactly. So, you know, it was a great meeting. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. What we're about to do now is head over to see our good friend Shauna Renee, Coco Mode Radio, over at the Sirius XM headquarters here in Washington, D.C. And on that interview, we're going to be talking about the cities coming up. You know, we're in the D.C. area now, but we have Chicago, we have Houston, Dallas, and we can't forget Atlanta, our home city. So, I mean, you tell me, I'm excited for how loud I'm talking, right?
Okay, Atlanta's home now.
Exactly, it is. You know, and it's like full cycle. We actually start in the D.C. area where I'm from, blowing this city out, and we're going to end it by actually blowing out Atlanta. And for the people in Atlanta, I mean, it's so crazy. We were getting so many requests that we had to put the tickets on sale a month early.
Yes, they're going fast.
Exactly. So, you know, here we go. We're headed over to see our good friend Shauna Renee at Sirius XM Radio.
All right, welcome back. As promised, in studio with me this morning, Lamar and Ronnie Tyler. They are the founders of Black and Married with Kids. Also, they're documentary filmmakers as well. So in addition to the blog, which is how I first found out about them, they've now gone on to produce and direct and release. What is this for you now? This is fourth documentary called Still Standing. So welcome and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now, I'm so glad that you could come here. I know you're in Washington, D.C. To promote the premiere of the movie. You all are going to be showing it tonight at the Public Playhouse. So for those of you who are in Washington, D.C., it'll be this afternoon at 4 and then tonight at 8. And I think you all are pretty much sold out.
I think the 8's pretty much sold out, but we still have availability for the 4 p.m. show. We're also screening in 4 other cities before that. So we'll be in Chicago next week, the 31st, and then in April, Houston, Dallas, and then Atlanta finally.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Excellent. You know, because I saw some of the couples and I started to think to myself, you know, if my spouse all of a sudden came down with the terminal cancer, how would I deal with that? Maybe a little compassionate. You know, I'd be a little more compassionate. If we had financial troubles, you know, we worked through that. If he cheated on me, oh, hell no, I'm not going to do it.
I knew where you were going with this.
Okay, I mean, that wraps up our media tour. It's been an exciting week. The buzz is crazy around the city. I mean, on the radio, on the television, on Facebook, on Twitter. People are running up to me every time I see somebody I know saying that we heard you on this, we saw you on that. So, I mean, I don't think it's anything else more we can do than other than go to the screening. So we'll see you on the red carpet.